Hello, my name is Jennifer Boland. It's pretty incredible what the mind and the human body can do for each other. How the mind perceives different stimuli from the five senses can build the world around us. Thus, the environment that we live in and the stimuli that we experience builds what we perceive to be our world from our perspective. Although the senses are very important and very helpful in developing this world of ours, they also tend to get a little bit jumbled up or mixed up through stimuli every once in a while. Different senses can be connected and related through different stimuli. Simner, in his article, Synaesthesia, the Prevalence of Atypical Cross-Modal Experiences, says, sensory and cognitive mechanisms allow stimuli to be perceived with properties relating to sight, sound, touch, etc. And that means that these different stimuli can be related to each other. These different senses can be related to each other through different stimuli. For example, what your eyes perceive can change exactly what your tongue tastes. Adults were once asked to sit down during a science experiment to taste two different samples of wine. One sample of wine was presented to them in a box. The other one was presented to them in rich-looking bottles. Naturally, the bottles have the connotation of fine and more expensive wine, whereas the box may seem a bit more cheap or more likely to be used for a more casual party or experience. Thus, when they began to taste the wine, they claimed that the wine from the box was not as good as the wine from the bottle. What was from the bottle to them tasted sweeter and richer and smoother. However, little did they know that the same wine that was in the box had been put in the bottle. Their eyes had played tricks on their tongues. Thus, when they expected to get something rich and sweet and smooth from the expensive-looking bottles of wine, that's exactly what they got because it's what the body had expected. Pardon the bus bell.
Final call for buses. Final call for buses.
And, well, we're going to leave off. Yes, they expected a specific taste, and that's exactly what they got because it's what their eyes told their mouth they would get. I decided to conduct my own experiment of this at home, and I asked my 3 younger brothers to be my test subjects, and I asked them to try Jell-O that I had made. I went out and got a box of lemon Jell-O, and when I got home, I made 3 cups of it. One was dyed orange, one was dyed red, and the other I left alone. The 3 of them all being the lemon flavor, I asked the boys to come over and taste it. So when I asked them which flavors they were, the boys said that the orange one tasted like orange, and the red one tasted like strawberries or cherries, and the yellow one tasted like lemon. I asked them which one was their favorite to see how far synesthesia could take you, and the boys claimed that the red one was their favorite, and the lemon one was their least favorite. However, all of them were lemon flavored. Thus, their eyes had played tricks on their mouths, and it had trained their mind to expect something which they ended up perceiving the way that it was expected to be perceived. Thus, keep in mind from now on when you are out shopping or when you are tasting something that seems very fine, that perhaps it's just the presentation and how your eyes are going to play tricks on your tongue and how you are going to perceive different stimuli. And thus, synesthesia may be a more important factor in our lives than we give it credit, and it's truly incredible what the mind and the body can do when examined through synesthesia.